Walker Video Games Hearthstone. Okay, so this is just some more games of my control warrior deck. And so this deck uses pretty much rampages, and it works really well. One of the best combinations is Nomus Inventors and Rampages, because then you get about 5/6s, which are very good, which are really good stats, and they get Nomus Inventors give you card draw to begin with. So as you can see, I'm against a Druid, so if this is either going to be an aggro Druid or it's going to be a late game control like Ramp Druid. As you can see, the inventory comes out turn 2, so there's the 4 draw, right away, and there's the Chillwind Yeti. So that's pretty tough to deal with at this point in the game. So right now what I could do is I could slam and execute it, which would be probably a good move just because Chillwind Yeti coming out this early you pretty much have no answers to. So it sucks because it has to be a 2-for-1, but the good news is I don't get wrecked by a Chillwind Yeti. As you can go, Druid the Death Bite, so I just armor up to make sure I don't take any damage and get more cards. My opponent plays the Harvest Golem. Harvest Golems are very tough to deal with because you have to use weapons to hit them twice. The only good thing that's really good about Death Bites is you can use the first hit to kill the first Harvest Golem, and then you can use the second hit to kill a second minion, or just attack the opponent directly, because the whirlwind effect will destroy. One of the best things about Death Bites is on the second proc they actually deal 5 damage. So the good news about that is by dealing 5 damage, you can kill a Sludge Belter. And Whirlwind, I cleared the second Harvest Golems. So the problem is, the reason is a 1-2 on the field. The reason I did that was because I was hoping to get the Rampage off, which I do, if I'm not mistaken. However, it probably would have been better just not to put the Gnomish Inventor down first. As you can see, there's the silence, and I'm assuming he's going to go rush right for face. Let's see, he's got the Mark of the Wild on up, and I'm assuming he's going right. So that's going to be really tough. It's a 4/6. You can see now he's just trying to rush me down. We got the Brawl, so that's good. So we played the Blood Mage Thalamus, and the reason we played the Blood Mage Thalamus into the Brawl is this deck doesn't have that many spells, and Blood Mage Thalamus is really good because you have him down the field and you Brawl, and if he dies you get a card. It's kind of like Loot Hoarders. So as you can see, we got Blood Mage Thalamus down right now. We got a really nice Brawl, and we just cleared the whole field resetting it. So there's the taunt coming down. So let's see. He's a 6/6. We actually have enough damage to clear him. What we're probably going to do is actually into this. So we're at 14 now, which is really nice. We deal 1 damage to him with Cruel Taskmaster. We finish him off with Blood Mage Thalamus. So that's really good because, as you can see, right currently we have 6 cards in our hands and our opponent has 4. So we have a really good card advantage. And our opponent is currently just right now trying to control the field, because even though we're at so low life, we have such a good we have a very good board, and our hands are really good right now. So as you can see, we got double Molten Giants, so we dropped double Molten Giants. Our opponent has nothing on the field, so this is really bad for him, especially as you can see in my hand there is 2 Rampages and 2 Molten Giants on the field. That Allocoid of Pain looks just prepped, looks right for hitting with the Death Spite, which would make me able to crush to Rampage both my guys. The thing is, this was done out of order very poorly. What I should have done is bashed first, slammed first, so I would have gone an extra card. It killed the Defender of Argus on the Whirlwind, and also I should have had Allocoid of Pain on the field for the card draw. However, because I did get 2 Rampage Molten Giants, I have 2 12-11 Molten Giants, and now I have 1 14-10 Molten Giant. So yeah, that was just a really good control game with some crazy Molten Giants coming out. So this is another game. This is against a hunter, and this is just a warrior. This deck out controlling a hunter to the point where I survive long enough to make the hunter surrender because I beat him I am able to live through the hunter's onslaught early game and then just gain field board control late game because I have better scaling cards. So the hunter comes up. I got turn 1 and got no turn 1 drop. So the hunter actually didn't have a turn 1 play, which is very weird for hunters because mostly they do, especially since you can just coin something out. So we'll see what this. So there's the coin for the hunter because this is a level 1500, so it must have some stuff. And there's the animal companion. So that we're against an animal hunter. So he got probably the best one, the hog. That's just really hard to deal with. So we just armor up again because we actually have no answers currently for him right now. So he just hero powers us. Good. And hits us with the hog, so we're at 24. See, the only play we actually have right now is putting death bites on the field, killing the hog, doing another 4 damage. So we're right now at 20. This could be a bad thing, but this is also a fairly good thing because now any more damage we take will make our Molten Giants cheaper. So we got turn 5, and we are in pretty good shape because we have a Sludge Belcher in our hand. So we just play our hand because that's 5 mana on the field, and we keep our Axe Prime because an Axe at this point can kill a Savannah Highmane. So as you can see, multi-shots get 2 for 1, but it's not really a 2 for 1 because I gained 2 card. He got, I guess, board control back, but he didn't do anything to get it. So we got the Axe primed. We're just sitting there, just waiting for Savannah Highmanes. So there's the Ironbeak Owl coming in. We'll see if he plays another creature. And there's the Hound. So at this point, what we could do is that we could. Oh, nice. Yeah. So with the slam into the Houndmaster, we gain a card, and there's the Snake Traps. So this is actually one of the best. He procs his Snake Trap, but because we have our Death Bites out, we kill the entire Snake Trap and the Houndmaster, and we still have field control. We then Rampage the Sludge Belcher and Cruel Taskmaster it, making it an 8/6. Right now, we have very good field control, and we also have a great hand. So there's the second silence. So this is really fun. The Sludge Belcher was actually silenced twice. And at this point, what we're probably going to just drop Kel'Thuzad. So the great thing about Kel'Thuzad is when you drop him with minions on the field, you can trade out your minions in a very bad trade, as you can say a 2 for 1, but it doesn't matter because you just regain your field. So right there, you can see the 100 mark go down on Kel'Thuzad. The only thing is, as you can see, the 100 mark goes down, but nothing else does. So it pretty much means he has a trap. He has an explosive trap, or he's bluffing. As you can see, we hit there, and then we have to figure out if it's an explosive trap or not. So, just in case it's not an explosive trap, we hit there. What we probably should have done actually is attack with Kel'Thuzad, because if it had been Ice Trap, an Ice Trap, he would have come back to our hand and we could replay him. As you can see, we double Molten Giant drop, and then we Alexstrasza in 1 turn back to 15 health, causing the hunter to surrender. So this is one of the earlier games, and this is just against Warlock of some sort. So we keep the shield block and we take out the rest of the hand. It's not very good early game. So you can see we got a Brawl, Sledge Belcher, Shield, Block, and an Execute. So at this point, when you always fight Warlock, you're either against a Handlock or a Minion Rush deck. And that means we're pretty much against a Minion Rush deck. So there's the Sledge Belcher. The Void Caller down. We don't really have turn 1 play, and we want to save. We want to save our coin for either Brawl or Sledge Belcher, whichever one we need first. There's the 1 damage coming down. And he doesn't do a turn 2 play, even though he could have tapped. That was probably a mistake on his part. So we just tap and we go. We just tap and we give him his turn. The great thing is against a Void Walker, I call that Waller can't really get through. So from what I've seen, as you can see, his turn 2 was definitely a misplay where he just was too quick on the trigger and forgot to play a minion or tap life. So right now he's got double Undertaker, which this is looking pretty bad, because if he gets, you can see he's life tapping to his hand with double Undertaker, which means any death rattle creatures he gets is going to be a big problem. So we have armor up. So right now we're just shielding up, getting our hand and knowing that our entire mana base So yeah, this is what we were thinking with the death rattle would happen. But we're just, the reason we armored up is because we know we could tank the whole damage just with the armor up, and we're not really worried about the amount of minions he gets on the field because we can just brawl if it gets too bad. You can see there's 2 Undertakers on the field. We don't want them getting any bigger, so we brawl, which is a 1-4, and a 1 Undertaker survives and the Golem. Not, as you can see, it wasn't the best, but it did get the kill the second Undertaker and proc the Harvest Golem, so it was not the worst thing to happen. So right now he plays Fugan, which is Fugan is a very good character. So as you can see, what we do is we end up playing Deathbite and we just face tank into it, because he can clear almost any minion we play. And we're a control deck, so we're trying to gain control back. The way we do that is we get our Deathbite, we get the Deathbite on, face tank, we're at 18 health. That isn't the best, but the thing is we're pretty confident because we have Sledge Belchers to hide behind, and Warlocks don't really have any spells that can just take you down. So right now, what we're definitely going to do is just attack that Undertaker before it gets any bigger. We get a 2-1 with our Deathbite. The only problem is we're at 8 life. So we play the Sledge Belcher and the armor up, and we play the 0-cost Molten Giant. So at this point we have only 10 life left, but we have regained field control. So the thing is, because we have field control and not enough life, we have to just keep on destroying our opponent's minions and only attacking with the extra damage. So as you can see, the Sledge Belcher trades into the Spellbreaker, and right now what we're doing is we're regaining health with armor. So looking at what we could do, as you can see, is we play the Sledge Belcher so it can't be Mortal Coiled or any shenanigans like that. At this point, though, we're now actually winning in life because we have so much armor, and we have a very strong field, even though our Warlock friend has a large hand. At this point, we're pretty much in the clear because we have 2 minions down on the field, we have a lot of card draw, and we just top deck Kel'Thuzad. This is another great time to play Kel'Thuzad, is when you have field control and you play Kel'Thuzad, it's just winning more. Winning more because your opponent now has to deal with the monsters, and especially if you have a taunt in front of him, they can't go through him. So he plays Hellfire. See what he's going to do. He Mortal Coils, but I don't think he understands what Kel'Thuzad does. Oh wait. But the thing is, he actually had a really good strategy and actually killed the entire field in a very nice combo that wiped my entire field, and he regained board control. That was a very nicely done combo. So you can see the slam go on to get what we want, And then we're probably going to execute. The Cruel Taskmaster takes out his Doom Guard, and then we regain board control by taking out his entire field. At this point, we can play Gnomish Inventor, or we can coin out Sylvanas. So we play Gnomish Inventor, and then we coin out our Fiery War Axe, because it will win in one turn just to apply pressure. We don't really mind that Fiery War Axe only has one proc left in it, because we'll win. As you can see, our opponent doesn't have the control necessary to, he clears the board but he can't deal with the Fiery War Axe, so he ends up dying.